2 years ago, I was Prince for Halloween. I mostly wore women's clothing, and these purple velvet shoes I found that were entirely too small for my feet, which gave me a concept of what it's like for women going out sometimes. I went there. It didn't so much change my mood as the people around me. I felt like I was more accessible to a number of people that I wasn't in the past. Oh, some of the best roles I've ever played have just been in 5-minute auditions that no one's ever seen. The amount of times I've gotten into my car or on the train after an audition and just like wanted to scream or screamed or even cried at times. I was just like, but it's good. I mean, hearing no that many times really, it builds you a skin that puts you ready to take on anything in the world. You know what I loved about Mr. Robot is that it read like a play. From the beginning, I was immersed in it, and then there were so many layers to this character. I was like, this guy's a gift for an act. That's like, it's that thing I call the Joker in the hand. You know, that's the card you want, and yeah, that's what it was for me. People definitely ask weird questions all the time. Most people ask if it's really a show about robots, and I say yes. Do you like robots? Because it's the show for you. There is like a seminal moment in my life when I was young, very young, and my dad showed me The Shining. It was so weird because at one point I was so freaked out, but I was aroused at the same time for one of the first times, maybe the first time in my life, and I was sitting next to my father. That all happening at once is kind of etched in my mind forever, and not the best of ways, but it's there. Don't know that I've seen The Shining since, so maybe I'm scarred by that. Who is a royal to me? That is a great question. Yeah, I would say that a king in my book is Phillip Seymour Hoffman, for sure. You know, there was a moment in The Master where I was having a hard time, and I went out, and we were sharing a smoke. I got to ask Phillip Seymour Hoffman for advice on what to do in the scene, and he told me to just make Joaquin as uncomfortable as possible, and I was like, easier said than done, Phil. My favorite birthday. I have a twin brother, so we've had a lot of birthdays together. We were on vacation, we were young, with family, and he met this girl who was also on vacation with her family, and she was really cute. And he kind of started to make out with her one day, and I got a little jealous. I asked if that would be okay if I, got a piece of the action, as it were, as well. And we were really young. I think we were like, 10 or 11. So I put on his clothes and went back to where he left off with her, and started kissing, and somehow through the course of kissing her, she noticed a difference, and I was like, oh, this sucks, I'm a terrible kisser, because she's noticing something. But it was that I had gum in my mouth. She said, you weren't just chewing gum 2 minutes ago, so where did that come from? And I just started having a panic attack and ran away.